Einsatzbereit.
We claimed it for the fatherland.
Welcome to Cruzz's second challenger. This game is going to be Cruzz versus Siddolio, also known as Siddolio. And we're going to, of course, be on Eindhoven country. We've got Oster in the north, Siddolio playing as Soviets in the south. We'll see what happens. This map is okay, I think. This map is okay, I think. I'm not quite going to remove it from tournament rotation yet. I think I like it. I think I like it probably better than Stalingrad. Like, Stalingrad is our baseline. If a map is better than Stalingrad, then it's good enough to be in Star-Crossed Kings or Star-Crossed Cup. So, oops, wrong overlay. Sorry. So, that's where we stand on that. Conscripts setting up green cover sandbag position here on the victory point. Second squad of conscripts heading left, and Siddolio is going to spread himself out quite wide, going for the cutoff initially here. We'll be able to get that. Cruzz is going to have to figure out what he's going to do about that. Conscripts continuing to advance may get control of this building or ignore the building entirely. Grenadiers get control of the building, and these conscripts will pull behind this head or shed away from that engagement. Depending on how defensive Cruzz wants to be here, he may not actually get any territory captured with this squad if they're just going to camp that house, meaning Siddolio is capturing quite quickly. Third squad of grenadiers out right here will encounter the combat engineers, and 4 squads of conscripts on the field now for Siddolio.
The enemy is taking our territory. We're target!
Conscripts Uran to short range against grenadiers, but they're getting focused down quick. Oh my god, retreat! What are they waiting for? They're gonna die, I think. Red cover, retreat path. Maybe not. Miracle escape. That could have been a horribly disastrous opening for Siddolio right there. 4 grenadier opening for Cruzz now as well.
Resistance! Taking fire!
Grenadiers trying to cross the road change their mind when they get gunned down by those conscripts at medium range. The squad of grenadiers moving to support from the right, and the Pios, by the way, are still harassing deep behind Siddolio's lines, taking control of all 3 of these points. Most importantly, the victory point, which has stopped the clock. It's not ticked against anybody. 500 to 500 still. Grenadiers moving down the road here. Just walk straight into conscripts in yellow cover, though. Take a lot of damage on that approach, and we'll jump into the building afterwards. Conscripts will stay in the victory point capture circle, trying to get the munitions captured, utilizing this tiny little scrap of yellow cover while they can. More conscripts being funneled into this engagement will take it. Cruzz has no choice but to retreat from this, and Siddolio has gone with a 5 conscript opening before fielding anything else. No upgrades in his base. No anything. His only expenditures this game have been conscript squads. And Cruzz will counter with 4 Grens into MG42.
Soviet forces are attacking! We have a full complement!
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours.
Conscripts moving up left to take control of this territory. Will chase away that squad of Pios. It looks like there's going to be another engagement relatively soon. Cruzz making his way back out of the base with a bunch of forces, and he's going to try and push Siddolio off the map. Over here on the left side, conscripts are camping the cutoff in a green cover position. On the right side, we've got some mines going down. Conscripts making their way with combat engineer support to push away a lone harassing squad of grenadiers. Pios are throwing down an S minefield right here. And those conscripts will walk right into it. Wow, that S minefield. Oh my god, that was so sneaky. 15 munitions and the squad is wiped. 1 down, 4 to go.
Our opponents are seizing a second.
MG-42 taking control of the cutoff while Grenadiers grab the fuel here in the north. This conscript squad... Oh, they just retreated through an S-mine field cluster too. For 15 munitions, I would say Cruzz got a pretty good deal right there. Squad wiped and a bunch of manpower bleed. That squad will retreat. Meanwhile, here on the right side, mines being planted. Mine just got detonated by these Grens. They will retreat through another mine, I think. And they're super clumped. Okay, they just spread out. That squad will probably survive. Might take some combat engineers with them. Okay. There they go. Oh, they didn't hit the mine! Wow, I can't even believe that.
You have orders? We have resistance.
Nice mine sweeping by Cruzz, however. He will spot that mine right there. Grenadiers jumping into red cover. Probably not a good idea. Have to pull back away from those yellow cover conscripts that took a lot of damage during that. MG-42 moving up.
Now those reds will burn!
And Cruzz has a bit of a blob forming right here. Flamethrower and 2 Grenadiers. Mine does successfully get swept by the minesweeper there, so nicely played. And on the left side, 2 Grenadier squads taking control of this territory will be forced to retreat from guards. PTRSs, which are going to start sniping them hard. Grenadiers simply retreat on sight. This squad of Grenadiers will also probably have to retreat on sight from 2 squads of conscripts.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Territory secured.
Under fire! The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
MG-42 jumps into the bushes, sets up facing left, putting pressure on these Pyos. They may have to retreat soon, falling pretty low, but the squad of guards does get suppressed right there. These 2 conscripts rotate back right and force retreat from these Grenadiers. Cruzz will get control of everything on the right side here. Throw down another S-mine field in the on the cutoff. I'm not sure how many clusters he just planted. Flamethrower moves up fire on the conscripts inside this building. MG-42 has to reposition to safety away from these conscripts. He's going to jump inside this house, and the flamethrower jumps inside this structure, which has no northwest facing windows. So those conscripts will be safe in this direction, but it will make this area dangerous to move through for now. In the north, MG-42, second MG-42 on the field for Cruzz, and he will suppress that squad of conscripts and keep them off of the fuel point, but it is about to get flanked by guards, which do have access to a grenade, and there's a very good chance of a wipe right here if Cruzz doesn't react very favorably.
We are losing a sector.
He's simply going to retreat. He should be able to preserve his machine gun that way, but he won't be able to hold on to his fuel point. 2 squads of Grenadiers, however, are on their way to try and save the day, and those guards will be forced to retreat through machine gun and double Grenadier fire. No LMGs on these Grenadiers yet. First one is about to complete. No commander selection, by the way, either. Siddolio has chosen Soviet Combined Arms Army. That rifle grenade in the retreat path! Oh my god, that was so well placed! I have never seen one time so well, I don't think. Unfortunately, he still couldn't seal the deal on that squad, but that was dangerously close right there. Nice grenade.
Our industry grows to support us.
Cruzz is spamming munitions pretty hard. LMGs, the rifle grenade spam, flamethrower, pyos means he probably doesn't have healing. Nope, no healing. Certainly hasn't planted any mines anywhere. Against Soviet Combined Arms Army, there's not a whole lot of pressure to plant mines. There are not any late game call-ins coming, and Siddolio is going to have to rely on Soviet Corps, and he is purchasing himself a half-track now. Conscripts here retreating, and these conscripts set up in green cover position. Doing what they can. S-mine field just wiped another squad over here. Siddolio's only combat engineer squad wiped. on this S-mine field. And there's still some S-mine clusters here, a little bit close to those conscripts, so their retreat path is a little dangerous, and Cruzz has currently got Siddolio completely cut off. Half-track might be able to turn this situation around a little bit. Grenadier squad right there will retreat. Guards making their way back to the front line, and half-track is also going to run over all the S-mines right here and upgrade with the quad mount.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
MG42 and Grenadier Squad will retreat away from this half-track. Again, there's no teller mines down, but an Ostwind is already in production. Cruzz has had such strong map control that he felt confident enough to skip Tier 2 and go Ostwind, and it will pay off immensely. Siddolio's only counter to the Ostwind right now is AT grenades and his squad of guards, which should be able to manage the threat a little, but other than that,
Panzer has arrived.
Ostwind should have free reign of the battlefield for quite some time. Siddolio is going to take quite a while to get a T-34 out if he can't get some fuel back, so that's his first priority. Conscripts working on the right side fuel point here. Both munitions being captured simultaneously by his conscripts as well. And the cutoff is going to get taken by this squad of conscripts. He still has 4 of his original 5.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
I think, unless he may went 6. Ostwind on the field, engaging against these guards right here. Forces them to retreat. Half-track's going to backpedal away to safety as well.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Yes, 4 of his original 5 conscripts. So only 2 wipes actually for Siddolio so far this game. Not as bad as it could have been, I guess. 1 squad of conscripts wiped, 1 squad of combat engineers wiped. Those are losses that you can kind of afford to replace, but his map control's just still very not good, and he's not managed to pick up any wipes of his own in exchange. I don't think Cruzz has lost a single squad. And Cruzz is up to 45 kills, 41 losses though, so I guess, I don't know. I don't know how Cruzz has taken so many losses without Siddolio getting kills. And Siddolio doesn't have flamethrowers or anything. Ostwind just sustained engine damage on maybe a bit of an overextension right here. I don't know if it's going to be able to circle this AT gun to death, trying to get clear of the arc of fire. He needs this blob of infantry to save the day. Rifle grenade comes very close to doing so. Kill it! There it goes. Field gun cleared, and the Ostwind should be able to pull back for repairs somehow. Oh, geez, Siddolio clumping all of his infantry up in this attempt to take down that Ostwind and punish it. He loses a full squad of conscripts right there. His field gun is wiped, taking massive casualties. His green cover position right here for those grenadiers to camp. Oh my god, the damage right here. Guards take a couple shots at the Ostwind with their PTRSs, but are unable to destroy it. And this engagement was just carnage.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
But I don't know if Cruzz is going to be able to save that Ostwind. As soon as this thing gets recrewed, that Ostwind is probably going to die. Has got that damaged engine and no HP. He's trying to pull that further back to a more safe location, while Grenadiers try and stall here. They're going to take a lot of manpower bleeding and be forced to retreat very soon. There they go. And there go the Pios, and that Ostwind is a little bit stranded. Over here on the right side, MG42 getting flanked. Grenadiers taking control of the munitions point.
Another kill. The enemy is taking our territory.
Slowly rolling back to safety. Flamethrower Pios taking control of this point. Throw down an S-mine field.
Reinforcements complete. Pioneers ready for assignment. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
This is now German territory.
Pioneers ready for anything.
Guards taking control of some territory here on the left, and things will be quiet for a little while. While Siddolio tries to recover from that disaster of an engagement outside of his base. Spending a lot of manpower on reinforcement, recrewing, and probably also soon repairing. He doesn't currently have any combat engineers, so his almost dead half-track is going to stay almost dead. He's going to have to be very careful in the next engagement against that Ostwind, which has been forced off the field for a while for repairs, fortunately, but the fuel income for Cruzz is about to skyrocket again. More S-mines being planted. Jeez, he's just putting them everywhere.
Anti-personnel mines in place. We are losing a sector.
They've been outfitted with
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Panzer IV on the field. Ostwind about to be fully repaired. Meanwhile, Siddolio is only just now collecting the resources he needs to get out one D-34 of his own. And he doesn't really have very much spare manpower to throw out extra field guns to protect him against Cruzz's Tier 3. Pretty good chance that this next engagement is going to seal the game, since I don't see how Siddolio could possibly survive against this armored push which is coming. Grenadiers softening up the infantry right there. And here comes a frontal assault plus 2 squads of Grenadiers on the north flank. Half-track just got abandoned. Panzer IV will flank everything, and Siddolio knows he cannot hold this front line. Not even close, and that is GG. Cruzz will take game 1 with a 446 VP victory as Axis on Eindhoven country, and Siddolio will be faced with trying to top that in game 2.